Hello and welcome to our attempt at a gaming channel. My name is Nira.
And my name is Richard.
And today we decided to record a video about this game we found on Humble Bundle this season. It's a little pixel game called Domina, where the point of the game is to train gladiators and use them to fight other gladiators and just
Make
win,
money.
basically. Yeah, make mad cash. Anyway, because this game is relatively new, but it is so well done, we just had to show it somehow. Because we fall in love with this game, honestly.
Yeah,
It is so good.
honestly, one thing I love most about this game is just the soundtrack.
Yes, the
because
soundtrack is amazing, and you will see that pretty soon. The thing is, I am a bit of a seasoned player, so I will be going through my playstyle. So I will try to explain what I'm doing if it seems too confusing, but most of the time you will learn as the game progresses. It's not that difficult to understand. So anyway, we're gonna start a new game.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready because it's that time of the month to spill some blood.
He has to say that line, I don't know why. Anyway, we're gonna skip the tutorial because
Tutorials are for noobs.
Yeah, tutorials are for noobs. And we are very elite programmers here. We make
Programmers.
all... programmers, yes.
Of course,
programmers.
yes. I program with Sosik.
Of course you do. That's all you got. Anyway, we are going to
Works just
proceed,
fine.
and I need to work fast here because I don't have a lot of time. I only have 3 days until my next battle, which is the next randomized battle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check what guides I've gotten, and I've got really shitty guys this time. I would recommend, if you have guys that have such low health, just restart your game, honestly, because you are going to lose with those stats, because those guys will take a long time to build up. Like, I'm going to check again. I have a 161 slave. I have 154 Albius of India. And they're decent enough. Anyway, you have these 3 classes right here. But right now we're going to focus on Thrakes because it's the only one that's unlocked. And he has a single blade and shield with good armor. So I'm going to set the slave to Thrakes. And he has level 100 meditation. This is the AI skill, which determines how good your guy is on the field without you directly controlling him. And I don't like directly controlling anyway. So I'm going to set him to do his strength training, because the strength is what determines your HP. And I want him to at least hit 200 HP. Otherwise he's going to be completely pummeled in the field. I have another guy here, Albius of India. Same. Most of these guys always have like a level 100. But he has very good stuff here. Very good.
Keep it.
No,
also,
the thing
upgrade
is...
his weapon. It's always good to have one guy who you can rely on. That's what my experience is. Because otherwise you're going to run out of money. And the easiest thing to do, upgrade their weapon. If you upgrade their armor without a useful weapon, they're going to be shit. But a naked slave with a weapon is better than a full armored slave without one.
So I'm going to leave his weapon untouched, but what I like to do is downgrade their armor in the beginning, especially because you're going to get more money back in the beginning if you haven't gotten a architect, but, sorry, not an architect, Faber. But what I like to do is downgrade them, because now I'm making a shit ton of money off of his armor. And in the beginning, how the game works is that you get enemies based on the level or the basically the stats of your most powerful player, or basically your players in general. So because they're currently quite weak, I'm not going to take risks by sending out my best guy, because none of the other guys are good enough. And I'm just going to downgrade everyone, so hopefully my enemies will also be pretty downgraded. Another thing I'm going to do now, well, they're all been set to strength training, I'm going to go to the city marketplace. Oh god, I don't have wine yet. Wine is very important, but I'm going to buy all the food and stuff they have here, and we're going to hire some employees. There are many employees to choose from, but honestly, I will say this now, most of them are useless. The 3 guys you want is the architect, because he lets you do upgrades, and once he's done with these upgrades and there's nothing else for you to do with him, you can simply let him go. The Faber, because he does weapon upgrades, and those are crucial for winning. And this little monk here, the Securitas, he doesn't consume any of your resources, but he provides timed you could say blessings, basically, where he randomly over time will do something for no money, which is normally weapon upgrades or healing someone, and it can...
So basically a passive upgrader.
Yeah, so you want these 3, and there's a limit of 3 because of the limited space. The first thing I'm going to do is go to this guy, the doctor. He will always be there. You want to enable automatic gladiator training so that they start training by themselves, and I'm going to start building up so I can get at least attack vector, and you can unlock the other classes here as well.
This is basically a tech tree that provides passive bonuses.
So I'm also gonna set my Faber to start doing automatic upgrades so I can get him to automatically upgrade my guys' armor and like weapons and all their gear free of cost. I'm gonna go to the architect. I'm gonna use the Securitos to pray to Venus because he's gonna start healing them, and that's the most important thing I read at the moment. Now that they've started doing their thing, I'm going to go to the marketplace, buy all the wine that I can and all the food. And this wine is important because you need to bribe these guys. These two on the both sides, they are the legate and the magistrate. You need to make sure they like you because they're the guys who set the fight. So I'm going to bump him up to pleased. I'm also going to bump him up to pleased. And every day when the day passes, I'll buy more stuff from here, for example, again. And I can bump them up one more if I want. The happier they are, the easier the fights are going to be and the less people you will lose. So they're both happy at the moment. I'm just going to wait. Oh, look, Securitas is done. I'm going to set him to do a prayer to Mercury.
I gotta say, though, I'm a pretty aloof guy because I always...
Yeah, you're a bit careless. Look, I told you, if you downgrade them, you get shitty people to fight.
I say dying gladiators is part of the game. If yours die, that's part of the game. But
anyway, I'm gonna send my guy with the wooden gladius out, and because I had a wooden gladius, he also has a wooden gladius, as you can see.
The beginning ones are shit regardless of how good your gear is, in my experience. Actually, he has better gear than you, he has better shield.
I'm still gonna butcher him because his stats are shit. His AI skill is horrible, and the better your AI skill is, the better your guy will fight. Always focus on getting your AI skill down. So obviously the music is amazing when you're fighting, and when you fight and you win, you tend to win either slaves who are just bare slaves or slaves who have a class already.
Here I will say one thing. In the beginning, don't bother much with the slaves, but in the late game, they will become the best source of potential gladiators for you because they have the best base stats. Any ready-made gladiator you get is usually...
They have good gear, but horrible stats.
Okay gear. Never really good.
No, late game you'll get gladiators with really good gear for a decent price from the legate, but... they will always have pretty shit stats. Anyway, we're gonna get this guy to meditate because he needs to get his AI skill up. If it's not 100, then he is going to be useless in the battlefield. We're going to set my guys to come train here. Now, I'm gonna set some more upgrades as they go. We're gonna build more stuff, and we're gonna get him this research aimed attack. I'm gonna buy more stuff to make these guys happier. Let's see, I can send him wine to make him impressed. I can send him... I don't have enough wine to send him, sadly. But these guys should be... I need to do these upgrades because once you're done, he doesn't cost you anything, but he keeps giving you free boosts. So this guy is insanely OP, so you want him no matter what happens.
Unless he gets nerfed, which is very possible.
Entirely possible. But he is so good, you just need him. And the fact that he's unlocked early game can change everything. Oh my god, I need more wine for that. I'll do that later.
Buy wine. Also, yes, this game does encourage alcoholism. Deal with it.
Thing is, you're never gonna drink the wine yourself. It's all gonna go to these guys to make them happy. Okay, a battle is coming up, so I'm going to send this guy some wine because now they're both... oh, he's a little less happy because the last guy was the one who set the attack. Anyway, I'm going to set these guys to fight, and okay, this guy has an iron spear.
That's shit.
With 87 AI skills. I'm just gonna set my good guy. Oh, I forgot to heal him. I've forgotten that aspect of the game. I love sitting back and watching the fighting because the music is just so good, so I'm just gonna stay quiet for a second.
Maybe it's because I don't even know how the fighting looks like. I feel like this guy has really done his AI well.
Well.
Props to the programmer.
One of the reasons this game is so good is because you can just sit back and watch the fighting, and the music is always so good, and just sitting there pitting for your guy, because if he dies, he ain't coming back. No gear, no money, nothing.
No, actually, you do get crowd favor, but let's just say don't.
Crowd favor is a bit useless. Okay, we got another slave. We're gonna set him to train as well.
Late game crowd favor can be huge, though.
Thing is, I don't think they have much of a boost. What does crowd favor even do? Oh, money. It's just money. It's just extra money, but it's not much. Money.
No,
anyway, I'm gonna buy everything that I can, and I'm gonna try and get all the upgrades I possibly can, because the upgrades mean that I will be repair speed increase, this guy. Okay, I'm gonna get all the upgrades that I possibly can as quickly as I can, because they will really help with me building up my guys. Now that I've auto upgrade, yeah, as you can see, these guys are automatically getting.
Right, he's
wrong guy.
No, yeah. Yeah, let's look at his stats. Oh, fuck's sake, Nira.
What?
Let's look at his stats.
1 second. I'm just gonna rearrange this so I know where he is. Okay, his stats right now, he has strength level 49, 66, 57, 46. Right now he's doing pretty good. I would leave him as he is. I'm gonna heal him.
At least one worth better weapon. I will give him the max weapon, because it's always handy to have that.
Well, right now it costs way too much, so I'm not gonna bother yet.
Cheap. Fine.
But I'm gonna leave it low just to protect him. And for the next one, I might send this guy out, so I'm gonna give him a
gladius.
Yeah, I'm gonna give both of them a gladius just to help them. But I'm gonna send this guy. I'm gonna send out this guy because you upgrade faster when you are on the battlefield compared to just training. Because training can be insanely slow, just painfully slow.
It's actually quite fast in the beginning, but then it levels off, and let's just say anywhere about level 100, it takes way too long to get even a single level.
Okay, so what this guy is, he has a basic Puya.
This guy is absolutely
with an AI skill of 75, and he has okay armor.
No, not really.
I'm gonna send out this guy to train him up a bit more since he has full gear. And we're gonna cross our fingers and hope this works, because this guy's AI skill is much lower than mine, which means I may just be more talented than him in the battlefield.
You will win. This guy won't have a problem.
Oh, it's a close one. Oh.
Not that close, but yeah.
Now this guy should be upgraded much more if you wait and see.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
he's got so many levels now that he should be pretty good.
Wait, don't forget
to 180.
Jupiter's cards.
So one of the aspects of the game is Jupiter's cards. We have shit cards at the moment, but you can add these to them and they act as blessings and they give them boosts.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have this guy here. I want him to bump up to a level 20. At least with a 200 base stat HP, so I can start training him up. So I'm gonna get him to build me more training things. I should probably put down some stones so that they have faster strength training. Okay, one of the things that also happen in this game is to win these two's favors, you have these little
events.
Yeah, events, and you can choose something. And you can also die doing this, so always be careful.
Well, not this particular event, by the way, but I will say this much. They have some pretty colorful options sometimes. Case in point, option number 3. Tell them both to suckle at Jupiter's cock and give them nothing.
Okay, so the event says, during a silent slave auction, both the legate and magistrate bid for the same slave. When it is announced that it is a tie bid, both of them approach you secretly about borrowing a small amount of coin. While they both promise to return the coin, you know you will never see it again. Give the legate 10 coin, magistrate 12 coin, or tell them both to suckle at Jupiter's cock and give them nothing. The thing is, I would normally say this, but I really need their favor right now, and I know the legate has less favor than the magistrate at the moment, so I'm going to favor the legate at the moment. So the legate is overjoyed by your support, but expresses his gratitude by saying and doing absolutely nothing. The magistrate fumes in contempt after throwing a piece of fruit at your head. So he's upset with me, but I can send him some wine and make him happy again. And this guy is really happy with me at the moment, which means I can ask him to patronage, have one of my gladiators as and basically pay for all of his needs, so I don't have to pay for anything else for him anymore except for weapons upgrades and stuff. So if I do that, he will take up one of them and start training them. He's probably one of the slaves, honestly. And I can also ask him to do that.
I honestly don't understand why they always choose a random character, not the most.
No, they choose the weakest one normally, who isn't a slave. Oh, this guy's a slave. They chose him for some reason. Yeah, so the legate is now doing this guy, who is apparently my toughest guy at the moment. I am going to give this poor guy some gear in case he has to go down.
Give him
into the battlefield. I'm not going to give him the best stuff, just enough stuff to keep him alive at this point. But that
is not enough.
That will be enough, so don't you worry about that. Anyway, we're gonna wait for the next battle to come up because I still don't have enough money and stuff to start doing that. Once I'm done with all of the upgrades, I will start upgrading their armor and stuff to a point that where if I have a free armor upgrade, it will be much more significant than what's going on right now. Anyway, we're gonna get some weapons blueprints right now because those are pretty important. If you notice that green text right there, it said that one of my weapons or one of the gears on that guy was automatically upgraded for free, which is great. I think this guy got something new. Yeah, he got a black leather studded cock.
I think it's meant to be cock's sheath, but that part got conveniently overshadowed.
Okay. So now I'm gonna be starting to do a weapons disarming.
Actually, go to the character back with the sheath. New sheath. If you think about it, since this is a pixel game, that could be an actual black studded cock. You can't.
I honestly don't really want to think about that. I'm torturing these slaves enough because I'm putting sharp stones under them so that they get hurt and they don't want to rest. And I also put coals under their feet to upgrade their agility.
Not yet.
I'm torturing these poor guys enough. Honestly, I don't want to torture them any further.
Oh, there are also other options for fights, like exhibition fights,
where you just show off your beautiful gladiators.
You can win very little money, but you can actually train them, which is very useful.
So right now we have this guy with the gladius. As you can see, when my gears upgraded, these guys upgraded as well. 100 AI skill with 188 HP. So I might set this guy out because he has very close things and I don't really want to send him out yet. I want to build him up a bit more. So I'm going to set this guy out and see what happens. Hopefully I don't lose him. I might because this guy has a very good AI skill.
And a better shield. And better armor. So you know.
Well, I haven't chopped down yet. Oh, I won! Look, I told you.
I think you may have gotten quite lucky.
That's what you think. Anyway, we've got a new guy right here. His name is Pesinius, and he is a Marmillo.
He's actually okay. That isn't quite rare.
The thing is, I'm going to up his meditation skill because otherwise he is going to die out on the battlefield. And because this guy is now a proper health HP, I'm going to set him to start training normally so that he can build up his skills. Otherwise, he will be pretty weak on the other aspects. And this guy, I'm going to do the same because he's got 200 HP, which is pretty decent.
You should start doing exhibition fights now.
The first thing I'm going to do, because there's a decent amount of space between the next battle, I'm going to start doing an exhibition fight. So what it does is it chooses one of my guys, and it gives me another guy to fight against him. I'm going to choose this guy because he has gear, but he's under 200, and we're going to fight, and the winner gets a lot of...
Both, actually.
Yeah, both get, but the winner gets more of a stat
experience.
Boost.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to wait for these guys to fight now.
I'm pretty sure Passionate is going to get slaughtered. This is just no AI skill. Yeah.
I surrender. The good thing is the fact that they don't die, which means...
You get loads of experience, but no death.
The only thing is that you have to heal them afterwards. Big Nickus. Anyway, I do need to get him. Okay, he's got a good amount of skill as well now, so I'm going to start doing equal training on him. These guys, one of them should be full AI skill right now. No, they're not. Okay, that's
Okay,
strange.
upgrade your main guy, please.
Not yet.
It's pretty obvious that the guys are getting harder.
I'm gonna
'Cause
wait
right
until
now-
he's done with the blueprints, and then I'm gonna start upgrading.
Okay,
them.
right now they look like they escaped from your sex dungeon. Seriously. All they have is leather straps on them.
Okay, anyway, we're gonna do another exhibition fight to at least give some other guy, poor
No.
little guy, a boost.
The main guy. Other main guy. Yeah, because no
We're
one
gonna
else
fight
is...
our best guys right now. It doesn't matter if they're gonna lose or not, they're both gonna get a boost, so...
Yeah. Also, no matter whether your guy or the opposing guy wins, it's counted as a victory. Also, it gives you favor with those guys.
That guy's just really good.
Well, he should be.
No. Which one was he then? Really good. I'm not sure.
Obvious.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just heal them.
Okay. So this guy has a... Oh, he's getting really good. Anyway, he is doing pretty well in terms of healing right now. Well, we've learned that in this army because I'm trying to get to attack vector because it upgrades all of your attack speeds for weapons. So there's a choice here. You have between berserk and automatic yield. I prefer berserk because automatic yield means they surrender. If they surrender, you have to quickly click to
You have to quickly kick the mouse
to win, and if you don't do it fast enough, your guy gets slaughtered. So I really don't like taking that risk. Okay, new battle. We have, oh my god, 268 because our highest
You
guy
have
is
5 guys to
259.
choose.
Oh my god, he's gonna get fucking slaughtered. Anyway, I'm gonna send in all of my guys, plus you as well. Come on, you're not gonna do much anyway, but still, this guy's gonna get completely slaughtered. This is
I think he might
this is
kill one
because
of
my
your
legate is completely happy. So you get basically very good odds here if your guy is completely happy. And I'm gonna get 2 slaves out of this, which is great. But we're gonna send
That's
them
what
up to
that
fight.
icon's for.
My slaves just hanging back straight. And we just completely slaughtered that guy. He didn't even do anything, but he's still happy. Like, yeah! I participated! I was in the corner, but still! Anyway, we're gonna heal up our guys a bit because
And give them
they
a
look
better
bit...
weapon. They
One
need
second.
it.
I will make sure that everything is upgraded before I give them better weapons. They do not need it at the moment if I keep my guys happy. So for now, they look pretty happy. I'm gonna heal up.
They look like a very happy bunch of people who escaped from a sex dungeon, yes.
I want,
Maybe
I want them to look like they escaped from a sex dungeon.
Don't you want to
I'm
keep
gonna
them in your
upgrade
sex
them.
dungeon?
I'm gonna upgrade these guys so that they can get something done. But for now, these guys will still continue. Oh, he might be done. Oh no, he's not. Anyway, somebody finished upgrading something. Okay, we can get helmet armor. I just have 2 more blueprints left, and then I'll start upgrading. Excuse me. Now we're gonna get more stones because no one's doing. Ooh, this guy got a really good upgrade. The thing is, you're probably gonna get.
Yeah, he got a dead man's face. That is one hell of an upgrade.
What is that? Do they just rip it off a dead guy?
Well, believe it or not, that's kind of their job, you know. They have to.
Okay, so both of them at the moment are completely over. Oh, he's not overjoyed. Let's try to make him overjoyed. He's just goes a little yay when I give him stuff. But right now, I think that girl in the middle is me, my character. Anyway, this is what? Many of your gladiators versus many gladiators from another ludus. And we should be pretty good because look at these guys. Most of them are naked.
Wait, there's one guy. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but wait, look. Look at there's one guy with armor but no sword or anything. Is that true? No, he has wooden gladiators.
He doesn't have a shield.
I think he's a Manoa.
Oh. So we're gonna send our guys out and hopefully none of them die.
Probably one of them will die.
Entirely possible. I don't think the slaves are gonna come into direct war. I like how their pets get moved a little bit. Oh, we have lost 1 guy. 2 guys. We've lost 2 guys.
We might have to pick for ally.
Let's see if I can finally do it because I still haven't managed to
There's a double
learn
pick
how to.
both sides.
No, both of them died, and I think they were both slaves.
Probably.
Yeah, I think they were both slaves. Anyway. Oh no, they were both Thrick. But they weren't upgraded very well. Anyway, I'm gonna set these guys to meditate some more. Oh, what happened? The magistrate seeks to build a cobblestone road in the city, citing that the civilized men should not tread in the mud. Consequently, he needs strong men to lift stones. The legate is overseeing excavation of a small quarry and also requires strong men to lift and move the stones there. So I get to choose who to send it to or tell them to hire more slaves. Your gladiators are bred for battle, not the menial labor of unskilled peasants. The thing is, I know for a fact that a magistrate doesn't have as much favor as the legate does. I'm going to send it to the magistrate and see what happens. Magistrate is pleased to you that support his endeavor. Your gladiator return to you unharmed. So he's a bit upset now, which is strange because he was completely happy a few minutes ago. But I'm gonna buy up
because
wine.
that's because you favored one over the other.
Yeah.
So that's just fact of life. Also, but you know what makes them happy? Exhibition fights. Best way to curry favor.
I will be doing an exhibition fight now. I'm just gonna send in
everyone. Just everyone. Everyone's gonna get their ass handed to them.
But they will be upgraded, so now we're just gonna let them fight.
Yeah, they may lose a nipple or maybe even a digit, but you know, it's all for the sake of profit. So that not.
Isn't there one guy fighting with the slaves that are running away?
Just running from the naked guys. That's so bad.
Yeah, all my slaves went down.
No, really, you send naked guys against guys with swords and they surrender. Unfathomable.
Ooh, AI reaction boost. I need to set that on my good guy. So we have a few things here. Wait, before we get started, I'm going to set them to heal. Because they need to heal. Oh, this guy's getting good.
Yeah, if only he didn't wear complete shit, you know?
Yes, I will start upgrading them in a second. Ooh, this guy has 100 AI. So I'm just gonna make them Threx because honestly all the other classes are pretty shit.
No, actually, Murmillo, I found. High level, weapon skill Murmillo is fucking amazing.
Yeah, well, for now, early game, they're not very useful and they're probably all gonna die anyway. So I'm just gonna leave them as is and I'm just gonna heal them up because they had a bad fight. They had a hard day.
I think you should go to the Murmillo you have and upgrade them to Spy Handle.
Not yet. We're gonna arrange an exhibition match for him as well. It's 1 versus 1. So I'm gonna take my second strongest guy.
No, that is your second.
No, I'm fighting against my second strongest. I'm thinking I'm gonna take a
put your main
lower
guy.
one.
No, there's
let's upgrade him all the way.
Yeah, I beat the shit out of each other.
The music's incredible. I humbly submit my life.
Well, your main guy is pretty OP.
Oh, yes. We have Weapons Master, Crop Favor, and Host Temperament.
Give it to them. No.
Yeah, 1 second. Before I start... Oh, there's nothing to buy. But I'm gonna heal them again. Because they need some healing.
Yeah, they're healing. Go to your damn deck already.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give them some blessings now. I always discard these because they're literally useless. So, AI Control Gladiator... React faster. I'm gonna give him that one. All attacks do more damage. I'm gonna give him that one. And...
Poison Blade.
Yeah, Poison Blade.
There's nothing better right now.
So I'm gonna leave these here for now because I don't really think anyone else is a bit... Okay, so we have 607 with Wooden Gladius, very bad, not good AI skill, and I can choose 2 guys. I'm gonna send my 2 mains out.
I think you might lose one of them. Let's see.
Let's see what happens, because my main guy is pretty good, but he's a bit weak at the moment. Oh god, please don't die.
Oh, there you go.
Ah, I just lost my main.
Oh, and... Oh. The second guy pulled through.
But I think my
this
main
is
might
what
be
happens when you don't upgrade them.
Anyway, if you'll stop being annoying, I'm going to try and let's see what's up with you. You're pretty decent actually, so I'm gonna put you right there. And I think this guy might be done here. He's not. He's still pretty useless at this moment. But anyway, they're all upgrading. I'm gonna get you to gather more stones.
We require additional minerals.
We have a full deck at the moment because we've
More
got
AI
our
reaction.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got our stuff back. This is one thing you get back when your best guy dies.
Honestly, this might be kind of beneficial, but at the same time, I would like that to not be the case. Because if you're playing a really long game, you can sometimes get an insane amount of them with nothing to do.
Okay, so I'm gonna give them
the biggest sword they can hold.
1 second. I'm gonna see what upgrade I'm doing at the moment. Armor is cheaper. I already have cheaper weapons, cheaper helmets, and cheaper shields. I don't have cheaper armor yet, so I'm gonna wait on upgrading the armor, but I can upgrade their helmets and their shields and their weapons. So I'm actually gonna do that a bit. So the first thing I'm gonna do is upgrade that to a basic combo, which is the best one they can get.
For 3x.
So I'm gonna upgrade this until I hit this, because then the Terrifying Beast Helm is pretty expensive to upgrade, but if that upgrade happens, it's always like expensive, cheap, expensive, cheap, expensive as far as I've seen. So if you take it to the most expensive one and leave it there, normally they get upgraded automatically, then you can go back and upgrade them more. So right now, I think these are still expensive, so I'm not gonna bother with these, but I'm gonna upgrade this to the Roman Centurion Shield. That's not fixed yet, I think. Yeah, it's still pretty expensive, so I'm not gonna bother doing that just yet. But I've done what I wanted to, so I'm gonna leave them there.
This is a perfect. This game presents a perfect opportunity to piss off perfectionists, because you can make asymmetrical designs. Deck out one half of the person to leave the other half naked.
Anyway, we're gonna buy more resources, and we are going to have this guy build more palace. And hopefully they will be doing something with it.
The guy's name is Dio. I thought his name was Dip for a second.
For a second, I thought that too. Anyway, on Gladiator versus one Gladiator, he's 195, level 27. I might send out my best.
Yeah, he's gonna win.
Or I might send him out to train him.
No, he's gonna lose. Look at his AI skill.
65.
Yeah, the other guy would lose.
Why? This guy has pretty decent.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear. AI skill is very important. I normally just sell people who don't have good AI skill, but right now we don't have a lot of fighters, so I'm not gonna do anything.
That is the power. Fully upgraded. Well trained man.
How much more do you want to load that in?
Until, for as long as the series lasts.
Sure. This guy has high AI skill, but I'm just upgrading him.
Wait,
like
go back
this.
to him.
This
Go
guy
back.
almost has.
You know, I never looked at their models before, but it kind of looks like he has a bra tan line.
He has a what?
Like a tan line from a bra.
Well, those are his pecs, and they jiggle when they're fighting.
Oh, of course you would notice that.
It's hard to not notice that, but
I'm a fucking pixel character. It's really difficult for me.
You do not understand how I am attracted to the titties.
I see.
Anyway, hopefully this guy will be done pretty soon.
That's why you have them all in leather straps, isn't it? Just so you can see them titties jiggle. Of course.
You know me well. Anyway, we can't have a exhibition match yet, which is sad. This is a really good way of upgrading your guys. But we're gonna build more stuff.
I will mention here that another thing employee to consider getting is the medicus instead of the.
No, I normally get the architect, and then once the architect's done doing all of its upgrades, then I switch the medicus out.
Yeah, medicus is really handy for really quickly healing you guys.
Okay. So this guy is pretty strong, but I think Maine might be able to take him.
Let's see.
These are Thrakes with pretty good weapons. Actually, he has better armor than we do.
Gee, I wonder why would that
But
happen?
we have better weapons
and better Jupiter's pressings.
Better.
We should win. Should. You never know.
Oh my god, it was 1 versus 4, but I only sent out one guy.
No?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, is it like directly one after another?
No.
Did you win? Oh!
We both died! Oh no!
Oh, if
this
only
is why I
he
don't
had
upgrade.
armor. If only he had armor.
This is why I don't upgrade my guys this early in the game, because it's just a loss of money at one point.
This is also why she loses all her guys very early in the game.
That's what you think. You ain't
That's
even
what I
seen
see.
me play. Anyway, I'm gonna purchase a gladiator. They're a bit shit at the moment.
Also, if you notice the amount of money we have gained, then just because your gladiators die doesn't mean you can't play the game.
Yeah, the legate has demanded that his officers get access to your water supplies in accordance with their superior standing. The magistrate has made similar demands on behalf of political officials. You can share with one of them, both of them, or keep it. I'm going to share with both of them. It'll make them both happy. And I'm going to send him some wine and hopefully boost him to full. But right now I need to focus on a guy, and I don't have a main, which is a bit concerning.
Check the Murmillo. You have 2 Murmillos.
They both have shit AI.
Yeah, but they're working on it. Upgrade them a little bit. For fuck's sake, you give them 2 pocket knives to fucking win.
I don't expect them to win right now.
Well, yeah, of course you're not if you don't upgrade them. Give them a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna check for a slave.
At least give the guy something better than a dead guy's face.
I'm gonna check my slaves to see how they are, because right now, this guy, if you notice...
Wait, go down, look to all of them. This guy has pretty damn decent... Oh, wait. 197. Should make 197. He's the best of the batch.
Attack level 1, damage 16. I don't think he's the best. I think this guy might be.
He has the best
good.
potential.
I think this guy has the best potential. Look at him.
Also, one thing I will say, will add here, it's becoming my parasite phrase already, but what I'm saying is, everyone has different base stats. Sometimes you can have a really good guy, but whose base stats were so shit that in the late game, if you start getting really difficult opponents, he'll get squished.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave that deck as it is. We have a few days until the next battle. I don't want patronage. Well, I think we're gonna leave this episode here today, because I think we've seen enough of the game right now. And then maybe we'll start with a new game again, or we'll continue this game based on how it goes, because I might play this game in the middle of it. But hopefully someone picks up the game, maybe because of us, maybe not because of us, because this is honestly a joy to play.
Honestly, even if you don't play the game, check out the soundtrack. Someone probably uploaded it anyway. So.
The soundtrack is incredible. But hopefully we'll see you again if we make another video. So see you till next time.
Until next time.